I'm burning in here. What's up and welcome back to the channel. A couple of videos ago, someone asked if I can make a video about high yield savings accounts and how to choose the best high yield savings for you. Now, I'm pretty sure I do have maybe like a couple of videos about high yield savings accounts, but I'm way too lazy to go back and look and confirm that. So I'm going to just go ahead and re-break down what a high yield savings account is, as well as give you my honest thoughts on choosing the best high yield savings for you. Okay, first things first, what is a high yield savings account? This is basically just a savings account that offers you a higher interest rate. So you are making more money on your contributions because you are earning more in interest than a traditional bank. And a lot of these accounts are completely free and they can be found online, hence why they are so popular. Now, there's not a whole lot that goes into opening up a high yield savings account. It's just like opening up any regular account. You'll need your personal identification information, as well as the routing and account numbers of the accounts that you're going to be transferring money to and from. And then once you get that set up, boom, you have your account and you can start contributing to it. Now, I will say that when you are searching for high yield savings accounts, you're going to see the interest rate expressed as APY, which is annual percentage yield. And once again, to sum it up, this is the amount of interest that you are earning over the time period of a year. So annually. So that is why it's expressed as APY. Now that we have the basics out of the way, let's go into checking out a couple of these accounts. That's good. All right, so we're just gonna make it do what it do. I'm gonna go ahead and start recording my screen. So we are now recording. So the way in which I did it, I have two high yield savings accounts. I did not make this very complicated, and anything that I do financially, I'm not gonna make it complicated because I'm very basic, and complicated things, I'm no. So Good Old Goo is my BFF when it comes to literally anything and everything, especially when it comes to finances. And a simple way you can do this is just to search for high yield savings in 2023. So we'll say high yield savings account 2023. If we want to fancy it up, we'll just say best high yield savings accounts in 2023. And there are a lot of websites that offer you comparison of different accounts. That way you can compare the different APYs, the different features, whether they have, monthly fees or annual fees. And I will say I would not waste much time looking at different websites, because what I noticed is a lot of them just kind of piggyback off of each other, sometimes verbatim, and so you're not going to find different accounts in each article. But I like Bankrate, so let's go ahead and see what Bankrate recommends. And as you can see, I've kind of snooped around in these different articles. Now, I will be honest, the accounts that they are recommending now, I have not heard of these, and a lot of them don't even look like high yield savings. No. So I went ahead and just clicked on Forbes because it's Forbes, hello. And what I noticed looking through different articles before even making this video is that these are basically the accounts that every single article is recommending. And I don't have much experience with these, and I have not heard of like BMO Alto or Laurel Road. So I will say, stick with who and what you're comfortable with. So SoFi is one that is often recommended. It has an APY of 4.50. We have a minimum balance, and your estimated earnings is $11.25, and of course that depends on how much you put back. So that is based on $25,000 deposit. Okay. I don't know about you, but I don't have $25,000 to deposit. But you know, SoFi, they are well known. A Lending Club, I'm not quite sure on that. Barclays, they are well known. It's 4.35 as the APY. They have a $0 minimum balance that you have to put in the account or keep in the account. And estimated earnings is $1,087 over the course of 1 year. And so whenever you are looking into these different accounts, some things that you can compare, once again, is the APY. Are there any fees? We want free. So we don't want any monthly fees or annual fees for this account. If there's any features that you're really wanting, like being able to break up the account balance, you can search for that. And another thing to look for is a $0 minimum balance for APY. And this just means that there is no minimum that you have to have in the account in order to earn interest, which is great. So whether it's $10 or $10,000, you're still going to be earning the APY. Now looking down here, they have different additional savings accounts that you can look into. So Millie Savings Account, it has an APY of 5.25. The APYs are really good right now if you have not noticed. Interest rates for like going into debt, like mortgages and, you know, auto loans, things like that, it's tough out here. But they are actually encouraging us right now to save by upping the APYs. So it's good when you're earning interest. If you're accruing interest on a balance, things are rough for you right now. And so they have a UFB high yield savings, a Bread Savings high yield savings account. Once again, I have never heard of these. So I'm just going to go and look for some accounts through companies that are well known. If you already have like a credit card through a specific company, I recommend starting there first to see if they have a high yield savings account, because you can just keep that all in the family, and just for convenience sake, you can just open up an account with them. And that's what I did with American Express. Now with Ally, I did go the Ally route, and I recommend Ally because they have this feature that I could not find anywhere else, and that is breaking up your savings into what they call buckets. So here you'll see the APY is 4.25. It is a little lower than the ones that were shown in the article, but the cool thing is the feature of the buckets. So you can create little mini goals based off of your main balance. And so basically it's like you have mini sinking funds all in one account. So here, if you want to set a goal for education, that's like $10,000. You can set that up. If you want to set a goal for a vacation, your emergency fund, your tax payments, things like that. So you can divide up your main balance into these sinking funds, and that way you know how much of your maybe $5,000 balance belongs to your vacation fund, how much of that balance belongs to your family fund, your bill payments, education, and things like that. So anytime I'm setting up a sinking fund because I have a specific savings goal for something, maybe like a new laptop, I will go into my account and I will create a bucket. Now, if Ally is, you know, not your jam, like I was saying, if you are already banking with a specific company, you can look to see if they have a high yield savings available. So if you have a Discover card, you can just go in and say Discover high yield savings, and you will see that yes, they do have a high yield savings account. So it's 4.30% on the APY, and it has no minimum deposit required, so that checks that off of our list. No monthly fee, no insufficient funds fee, and there's a minimum opening deposit of $0 here. And like I was saying, before you open up the account, you want to make sure that you read through everything. So similar to Ally, you know, you'll never pay fees for monthly maintenance. You have an official, you can get an official bank check. You won't pay fees for insufficient funds. Okay, yeah, all of that good stuff. And a lot of them offer you the ability to kind of play around and see how much you will earn in interest over a certain amount of time based on your contribution amount in your balance. So that's good if you are wanting to get into the numbers. But as you can see, y'all, a lot of these accounts offer the same thing. Their APYs, they're not going to vary by much with the majority of them. So honestly, I wouldn't spend more than 10 minutes trying to figure out which high yield savings account is going to be the best for you, because a lot of them are going to be very similar. A lot of these accounts are pretty much going to be the same. There's really nothing special to them besides, you know, the buckets with Ally. I haven't seen any other accounts with that feature, but you want to make sure you're checking the APY, make sure that is something that you're happy with. Even 4.30, like I'm good. I'm happy with that. If you don't want a minimum balance requirement, make sure to check for that. Make sure to check for no monthly maintenance fees. We don't want to be paying for this account. We want this account to be free every single month, and we don't want an annual fee either. You know, and if there are any specific features that you want, that you have in mind, you can search for that and make sure and see if they have that as well. So there's really not anything special to this process. You can just hop on good old Google, type in the best accounts, look and see what people are recommending. If you are with a company, see if they have a high yield savings account, or if there's a specific company, you can check to see if they have a high yield savings. Open up that bad boy if it has everything off your checklist, and there you go, start contributing. I really hope that this was helpful to you guys. If you guys have any high yield savings accounts that you recommend, be sure to leave them down below, and I will catch you in the next one.